Hi guys, welcome to my class. My name is Liz O'Donnell. Lovely to have you all with me. Today is a mixed level class, so I will give, as always, I'll give variations, modifications. So suit the class as you want it. Take breaks where you need them. Try not to take too many breaks, but take a few if you need them throughout. So yeah, let's get going. Let's heat up. What I will get you to do first is just stand into the middle of your mat, facing towards the front of your mat, okay? Your feet are going to be hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Arms are down by your sides, shoulders nice and heavy, and just allow those collarbones to widen, allow the shoulders to feel heavy. Okay, we'll start off with a roll down. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly start to drop those hands down towards the floor, relaxing the back of the neck, allowing the head to feel heavy as you go down. Now don't worry if this first one feels a little bit achy, okay? It's just the first movement. Take an inhale. Exhale, start to push up through those toes, start to restack bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra, all the way up, restacking head on top of spine. Inhale at the top. Exhale, slowly dropping down again, allowing the weight to fall forwards as you go down. Again, making sure you're not just allowing your abdominals to collapse here. Draw the belly button back towards the spine slightly. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, push up through those toes. Start to restack bone by bone. And one final time, take an inhale. Exhale, slowly dropping all the way back down, weight falling forwards as you go down. And this time, let's just go down and hold it down there. Slowly, just allow the pelvis to sway from left and right. Just allow it to sway. Now, if you're struggling into the backs of the knees here, if you notice they're locking on you, perhaps place a subtle bend into those knees. Now come into center, hold, and can you just drop your head down a little bit more? Even just start to nod your head yes to allow yourselves to relax the back of the neck, and then nod your head no. Now come into center, hold. Can you bend into your right leg, allow your left leg to straighten, and you're going to feel this intense stretch into that left hand side, hopefully. Hold here now, and then take an exhale and drop down a little bit lower into that stretch. From here, then swap those legs. Bend into the left knee as your right leg is straight. Take an inhale. Exhale, drop down a little bit lower, deepening into that stretch a small bit more. From here, lengthen into both those legs and place your hands onto your shin bones. When you're ready, on your exhale, bend into the knees, drop the chest down onto the fronts of your thighs. Inhale, lifting up, your collarbones are wide. Look towards the front of the mat. Exhale, bending into the knees, dropping the chest down onto the fronts of the thighs. Inhale, lifting up, your collarbones are wide. And now keeping two lovely long legs, take an inhale. Exhale, just drop the hands back down and onto the floor. Inhale here, exhale, push back up through those toes, restack bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra. Interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind your head here. Take an inhale. Exhale, can you just push the head back against the arms ever so slightly and allow the shoulders to drop away from those ears. Just allow them to drop. Now, have you noticed as your rib cage starts to flare? Can you just slide your ribs down towards your hip bones slightly? When you're ready, inhale, look up towards the ceiling, opening up that chest, elbows wide. Exhale, slowly drop down, tucking the chin towards the chest, feeling the stretch into the back of the neck. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, dropping down. Coming all the way back to center, holding, keeping the hands behind your head. Imagine you're going to sit into this chair behind you as you slowly bend into the knees, dropping down. Now exhale, push up through those heels, restack. Again, bending into those knees, dropping down, feeling a space across the chest as you do. Exhale, pushing into those heels, lifting all the way back up. And one more time, bending into those knees, dropping down. Exhale, pushing into those heels, restack. Take those hands out from behind the head. Bring your arms now out in front of you, placing one hand onto one elbow, opposite hand onto the other elbow. Now broaden those collarbones more. Slide them back, slide the shoulders back. From here, step your right foot ever so slightly forwards, just slightly forwards. Now feel as though you're standing against a wall, even with that leg forwards. Make sure you're not leaning back. So imagine I had my hand against you. From here, digging deep from those abdominals behind the belly button, you're going to lift your right leg up and off from the floor. Slowly drop it down. Lift it up. Slowly drop it down. Now, have you noticed, are you already hinging back? As you lift that leg, digging deep from those abdominals, really make sure you're not falling back. Dropping down. Lifting up. Dropping down. 2 more. Lift. And lower. 1 more, lift, lower, final time, lift, lower, drop it all the way down. Feet go back to hip width apart, still a feeling of space across the chest. Lengthen your left leg out in front of you. Collarbones wide from here. Again, dig deep from those abdominals as you lift the leg up. Drop it down. You might notice one leg might feel a little bit heavier to lift up. It's just those hip flexors are having to work. So for me, this is the leg that I struggle with. Lifting up, lower down. 2 more, lift and lower. 1 more, lift and lower, dropping that leg all the way down. Come to the front of your mat then when you're ready. Just walk forwards. Feet again returning to hip width apart, arms down by your sides. When you're ready, we're going to step back with your left leg. So as your arms go up towards the ceiling, step back with your left leg and then step all the way forwards. Stepping back all the way forwards. Now, can you slow it down slightly that you feel as though you're kind of resisting gravity here? You are in control as you step back. As you step back, imagine you're landing onto a sheet of ice, okay? You're not going to break that ice as you go back. It's controlled. Dropping back, forwards. Hopefully not ice that will slip, okay? And forwards. 1 more. Stepping back now, holding here. Can you sink back a little bit more? Send both your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Sink a little lower into that lunge now. A bit of balance work here. Slowly start to drop the chest down as you send the arms back. Then lift the chest up, arms up. Drop the chest down, arms back. Lifting the chest up. So it's tough in the balance. The fluid in your ears is moving here. So it's really, really hard. Going for 3 more. Slowly dropping down. Lifting up. 2 more. Dropping down. Lifting up. And just 1 more here. Dropping down. Lifting all the way up. Hold. Sink a little bit lower down into it. From here, interlace those fingers. Bring your hands behind your head. Take an inhale. Exhale, push the head back against the arms ever so slightly. Can you slowly start to lengthen your front leg? Be so careful not to lock that knee on me. Bend the leg. Again, lengthen. Slowly bend the knee. Lengthen. Slowly bend. At the top, being so careful not to lock. 2 more, bend. And lengthen. 1 more, bend. And lengthen. Now bend down into it, hold. You're going to hinge forward from both those hips. Send the arms forward. Sink low into that front leg. My front leg is going to stay super steady as I step my back leg in, arms in. Step back, in, and out, in, and out. Again, sink lower into that right hand side. Going for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, 1 more. Step in now, hold. Sink lower into the right side. I'm on my left tippy toes. Pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly step back with that back leg. Bring your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Sink lower. Lower. Now can you lift your right heel off the floor? I'm serious. Slowly drop it down. Lift it up. Slowly drop it down. Again. Lift up. Slowly down. 1 more. Lift up. Slowly down. Now hold. Bend your back knee down. Bend it. Lower, lower, lower. Hold. Pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And step all the way forwards. Oh my God. Smack it out. Okay guys, we're blessed with 2 legs. Let's do it all over again. So your feet are back to hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Arms down by your sides. Okay, you know what's coming. Let's do it. So this time, stepping back with your right leg. As your arms float up towards the ceiling, step that back leg back. And forwards. Again. Forwards. Again, be careful that you're not just using momentum here. I want you to try and use just a little bit of balance. You're landing really lightly on that back leg. And forwards, 2 more. And forwards, 1 more. And forwards. Now stepping back and hold. Sink down a little bit lower, adjust yourself like myself. Push that back heel back, interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind your head. Can you sink down a little bit lower? Okay, lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Slowly drop the chest down, send the arms back. Lift the chest up, arms up. Again, slowly drop the chest down, arms back. Lifting the chest up, arms up. We're going again. Slowly down. Lifting up. We're going for 2 more. Slowly down. Lifting up and just 1 more here. Slowly down. Lifting up, hold, interlace those fingers, bring the hands behind your head. Lift up slightly, drop the shoulders away from those ears. Okay, slowly start to lengthen your front leg. Again, guys, so mindful not locking the knee. Bend into the leg. Lengthen. If you sink a little lower into that lunge, you'll get a nice stretch across your right hip flexor here, hopefully. Lengthen and bend. 2 more, lengthen. And bend. 1 more, lengthen. And bend. Now lengthen into that leg and then bend, hold. You're bending. Send both your arms up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulders away from those ears. Hinge forward from both those hips. Okay. Step the back leg in, arms in. Step back, in, and out, in, and out. Sink lower into that left hand side. For 5, for 4, for 3, 2, 1 more. Step in, sink lower, lower, pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping back nice and slowly with that back leg. Bring both your arms up towards the ceiling. Sink down a little lower. From here, lift your left heel up. Slowly drop it down. Lift it up. Slowly down. 2 more. Lift it up. Slowly down. 1 more. Lift it up. Slowly down. Now hold. Bend your back knee. Lower, lower, lower pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and step all the way forwards. Amazing. Really, really good. Go to the front of your mat. From here, send your toes outwards, your heels inwards. Okay, just move here for a moment. From here, interlace your fingers, collarbones wide, shoulders away from ears. From here, bend into those knees, sending your knees outwards. Go really nice and wide. Exhale, lift up. 2 more, dropping down, sitting into a chair, send those knees out. Exhale, lift. And 1 more, dropping down. Exhale, lift. And now slowly drop all the way down and go nice and low. Even go a little bit wider with those feet if you want to. Can you sink a little lower that perhaps those arms are going to get inside those knees? Okay. Now hold here for a moment. It's a really, really deep squat. Lift the chest up ever so slightly. And now slowly, gracefully, it won't be graceful, slowly drop your bum to the floor. There it is, well done. Your feet are in front of you and then come all the way back down and onto the floor for me. Okay, let's do some movement with the spine here while we're here. So my feet are going to be hip width apart, so only a tennis ball between those feet. Arms are down by my sides, shoulders nice and heavy, collarbones are wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, just slowly curl that pubic bone towards your nose so you feel as though you're imprinting your spine down into the floor. And then roll your pelvis forward for a little bit of release. Rolling your pelvis back, shortening the space in the front of the tummy as the ribs slide down towards the hips. And then rolling the pelvis forward for a little bit of release. Inhale here. Exhale, start to curl that pubic bone back towards your nose. Start to lift up your bum, lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way up and off from the floor, and push through the backs of the arms, get a little bit more height. Taking an inhale at the top, exhale, slowly coming all the way back down, bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, curl that pubic bone back towards your nose, lift all the way up, pushing through the backs of the arms. Can you draw those knees closer? Inhale, then exhale slowly, coming all the way back down, bone by bone again. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, pushing up through those feet. Now lift and hold. Without moving your feet, feel as though you're pulling your heels closer towards your sit bones. Can you lift the pelvis higher? Now imagine I placed a ball between your knees. You're going to squeeze on that ball by bringing your knees together, release. Squeeze on that ball, release. Again, squeeze, release. 3 more, squeeze, release. 2 more, squeeze, release. And 1 more, release, and slowly come all the way back down. Interlace your fingers, bringing your hands back behind your head here. Allow your rib cage to relax. Your collarbones are nice and wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're coming up and into flexion, and really feel as though you're curling your pubic bone towards your nose slightly. Slowly drop all the way back down. Exhale, lifting up. As you lift up, drop the shoulders away from the ears, but feel like you're lengthening your elbows higher. Slowly all the way down. Again, exhale, lift. Back down. 2 more, exhale, lift. Back down. 1 more, exhale, lift. Holding up here now. Take the hands out from behind the head, find the backs of your thighs, lift up a vertebrae higher, drop the shoulders away from those ears. From here, bring the arms all the way around, find the back of the head. Lift the chin slightly up. Now when you're ready, look over towards the right hand side, but instead of just twisting, can you lift your right shoulder blade up? Lift it up. Lift it up. Now don't lose any height. Come into center, over to the left hand side. Lift that left shoulder blade up higher. Into center, don't lose height. Over towards the right hand side, lift it up. Come back through center, over to the left. Lift that left shoulder blade higher. To center, hold. Take the hands out from behind the head. Find the backs of your thighs. Lift up a little bit higher. Bring those arms all the way around. Don't lose any height. Find the back of the head. Reach your fingertips back. Can they touch? Bring them all the way around. Find the backs of your thighs. Lift up. Now don't drop down. Bring those arms all the way around. Find the back of the head. And relax all the way back down. Amazing. Lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling, that they're in line with your shoulders here. Drop the shoulders into the floor and allow the rib cage to relax. From here, lift your right leg into tabletop, 90 degrees from the hip and knee. Lift your left heel, just the heel, off the floor. When you're ready, on your exhale, we're going to swap those legs. Exhale, swap. And swap. You're sending the front of your thigh bone forwards here. You're keeping the angle behind your knee the exact same throughout. And swap. Again. Going for 4. Make sure you're not arching into your back. 2 more. And 1. Lift your right leg up and into tabletop position, hold. Drop the shoulders into the floor. Bring the left leg up also. Connect your knees, connect your feet. Can you slowly hinge from both those hips to drop your legs down? Exhale, lift them up. Slowly hinge from both those hips, drop the legs down. Exhale, lift up. If you're arching dramatically into your back, don't go down as low. Exhale, lift. 2 more, slowly down. Exhale, lift. 1 more, slowly down. Exhale, lift. Place your hands on top of your knees. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're up and in flexion. Drop the shoulders away from those ears again. Place both your hands on top of your right knee. Lengthen your left leg away. And swap. Now, option to do this one with your head down if your neck is at you today. And swap. Again. And swap. Going for 4, for 3, for 2, One more. And slowly relaxing all the way back down. Drop your hands down by your sides, shoulders nice and heavy, collarbones wide. Take an inhale here. Exhale, curl that pubic bone back towards your nose, push through the backs of the arms, lifting all the way up. Now, can you draw your knees closer together? Lift the right leg to tabletop position, 90 degrees from the hip and knee. Slowly hinge from the right hip, drop the right toes towards the floor, lift them up. Hinge from the hip, drop them to the floor, lift them up. Again, hinge and lift. Again, hinge, lift. Can you push through the backs of the arms, get a little bit more height? Going for 2 more. And 1. Drop your right foot to the floor, press into both those feet, draw those knees closer. Bring the left leg to tabletop. Hinge from the hip and lift. Again, hinge and lift. Going for 4. Lift that pelvis higher. For 3. For 2. 1 more. Dropping that foot down, lift up a little higher, draw the knees closer, and then slowly come all the way down. Lengthen your arms up and overhead, but drop your rib cage into the floor. From here, exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're up and in flexion. Now keep your head lifted as you lengthen your arms up in line with the ears, and then relax all the way back down. Exhale, lifting up and into flexion. Head is lifted. Lengthen your arms up in line with the ears and then relaxing all the way down. 1 more. Exhale, lifting up, head and arms up in line with the ears and then relaxing all the way down. Drop your arms back down by your sides, shoulders nice and heavy, collarbones wide. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl that pubic bone back towards your nose again. Push through the backs of the arms, get up into that height. Drawing those knees closer. From here, lift the right leg into tabletop. Okay, this time, allow your right sit bone to fall towards the floor as you thread your right foot underneath your left. And now lift up, get that height, come back into tabletop. Right knee goes out to the side as you drop your sit bone down. Lift all the way up, get that height. 2 more, dropping down. Lift up, get that height. 1 more, dropping down. Lift up, get that height. Push through the backs of the arms, we're almost there. Can you lengthen your right leg straight up towards the ceiling? Slowly drop your right leg down in line with the left knee, no lower. Lift it up. Slowly drop it down in line with the knee, no lower, lift it up. 2 more, drop it down, lift it up. 1 more, drop it down, lift it up, hold, reach up towards the ceiling, reach, drop your bum halfway down, exhale, lift. Halfway down, exhale, lift. 1 more, halfway down, exhale, lift, bend into that knee. Drop the foot to the floor and come all the way back down. As always, we have 2 legs. Take an inhale. Prepare mentally, physically. Exhale, curl that pubic bone towards your nose, lift all the way up. Draw those knees closer. Push through the backs of the arms. Let's go, guys. Lift that left leg up. Okay, from here, slowly allow the left knee to fall out to the side. Thread the foot underneath. Now lift up, get that height. Again, out to the side, thread that foot under. Lifting up, 2 more of these. Out to the side, and then lifting up. Final time, out. And lift, get that height now, lift up higher, lengthen the legs straight up towards the ceiling, reach up. Slowly drop that leg down in line with the right knee, no lower, lift it up. Slowly drop it down, lift it up. 2 more, slowly down, lift it up. 1 more, down. And lift up higher, push through the backs of the arms, drop your bum halfway down, exhale, lift. Halfway down, lift. 2 more, halfway down, lift. 1 more, halfway, and lift, bend into that knee. Slowly drop it to the floor and come all the way back down. Amazing. Place your right shin bone up and over your left thigh, so place it up and over. Now from here, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders when you are ready, and place your hands to the back of that left thigh. So lifting up, when you're ready, I want you just to push that right knee out slightly and drop the head, neck, and shoulders down. Collarbones are wide here, relaxing down. Take an inhale. On your exhale, can you push your right knee ever so slightly away from you, and can you draw the foot closer towards your face? Inhale. Exhale, flex up both your feet. Can you feel as though you're just reaching your tailbone away? and then slowly drop them down. Drop your right foot down, drop your left foot down. Place your left shin bone up and over the right thigh. Again, lift up the head, neck and shoulders. Place the hands behind and slowly drop all the way down as you're encouraging, perhaps maybe with your elbow, your left knee to go out and you're drawing the foot closer towards your face. Inhale here and exhale. Dropping the tailbone down a little bit more. Really good. Let go with your left leg now. Drop the left knee down onto the floor, holding onto the back of your right thigh. Lift up the head, neck and shoulders. You're up in inflection. Drop the shoulders away from those ears, and from here, lift that left leg up. Place both your hands on top of the knee. That's it. Now bring the arms around, find the back of the head. We're going to twist that left elbow over towards the right knee. And swap, elbow to knee. And swap again. And swap. Going for 5. Keeping the width between those elbows the exact same. Again. For 2 more. And 1. Come into center, hold. Take the hands out from behind the head, find the fronts of those knees. Lift up a little higher, drop the shoulders away from those ears. My knees hopefully are over my hip bones. Okay, double leg stretch. Inhale, lengthen the arms and legs away, can the fingertips touch. Exhale, bring those hands around, find the knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale around. Again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale around, 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale around, 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale around and relaxing all the way back down. Lengthen your legs forward, send your arms up and overhead. We're going to do a roll-up prep, so just prepping first. You inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades as you're looking down towards those legs. Exhale, then relaxing all the way down. This time, as we come to our exhale, we'll lift all the way up. Grab the backs of your thighs if you need help. Inhale, come to the tips of the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up. Reaching the fingertips then forwards towards the toes. Slowly, space across the chest. Here's where you build your strength. You control all the way back down. Sending those arms up and overhead. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up, reaching the fingertips towards the toes. Slowly, more space across the chest, even more, controlling all the way back, sending those arms behind you. One final time. Inhale, tips the shoulder blades. Exhale, digging deep, lifting all the way up. Coming to the top then, adjust your leggings if you need to. And when you're ready, send your legs out to the width of the mat, nice and wide. Flex your feet towards your face. Now guys, if you're struggling to sit up tall, place a subtle bend into your knees that you can get onto your sit bones. Arms are out in front of you, my palms are facing towards each other. I have a feeling of space across the chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly going forwards, reaching forwards with those hands, giving you that stretch into the back line of the body. Then slowly start to lift all the way back up, restacking bone on bone. Dropping down, reaching forwards, reaching those hands through the legs. And then lifting all the way up, sitting up tall. And 1 more, dropping down, reaching forwards. Lifting all the way up, sitting tall. Pull those inner thighs together, lengthen through your toes. Send your arms behind you that your fingertips are facing towards your bum. Now, easier option here is bend into your knees and we're going to lift up like so. Harder option, lengthen your legs forward. So see where you're at today. Also, if it's getting into your wrists and the hand position, bring them slightly outwards. Okay, feel as though you're puffing the chest away from the floor slightly. Draw the shoulders slightly back, take an inhale. Exhale, start to curl that pubic bone towards your nose. Start to lift all the way up as your head goes back, reaching your toes to the floor. Slowly drop down to hover off the floor, collarbones wide. Again, exhale, lifting up, reaching the toes to the floor. Slowly coming all the way down. Now, one final time, lifting up and reach. Slowly all the way back down. Bring your arms around, drop them down and onto the fronts of those shin bones. Come all the way back forwards again. When you're ready, bend into both your knees. Hold onto the backs of your thighs, lifting up nice and tall, feeling of space across the chest. Slowly just round through the spine here that you're curling into a ball, curling that pubic bone towards your nose. Then exhale, lifting up nice and tall. Again, one more, rounding through the spine here, curling. Exhale, lifting up. Let go with your hands, palms facing towards each other. Again, dropping down and rounding. Exhale, lift up, lengthen your arms up towards the ceiling. One more, dropping down and rounding. Exhale, lifting up and lengthen. Now from here, come down to a place where you can hold it. Can you broaden those collarbones more? From here, your palms are going to face down towards the floor. Pull those collarbones wider. Lift the right leg into tabletop position. Now hinge from the hip, drop the right toes to the floor. As you exhale to lift the leg up, drop the arms down. Leg lowers, arms lift. Leg lifts, arms lower. Again. Exhale, lift. Shh. 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 Two more. Shh. One more. Shh. Dropping that leg down, bring the left leg up and into tabletop position. My arms stay lifted as I drop my foot down. As I lift my leg up, my arms lower. Again, broaden those collarbones more. Shh. Shh. Two more. One more. Shh. Lift up both those arms from here. Lift your right leg to tabletop. Lift your left leg up. Connect your knees, connect your feet. Broaden those collarbones more. Allow both those legs to drop down. Exhale, lift them up as the arms lower. Legs lower, arms lift. Make sure you exhale to lift. Shh. And again. Shh. Two more. Shh. One more. Lift up now, grab the backs of your thighs, lift up higher. Broaden the collarbones more, let go with both your hands. Now slowly, keep your legs where they are. Can you roll slightly back? Exhale, lift. Roll slightly back. Exhale, lift. One more, roll slightly back. Exhale, lift. This time slowly, slowly. Drop all the way down to the floor, interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind your head. From here, take an inhale. Exhale, lift up the head, neck and shoulders. Bring the arms around. Find the backs of your thighs. Lift up a little higher. Help yourselves just to adjust your pelvis here. Then bring those arms all the way around. Find the back of the head again. Okay, we're going to look over towards the right hand side. Lift your right shoulder blade up and off from the floor. Now come into center, hold. Can you lengthen both your legs? Bring them back. Over to the left hand side. To center. Lengthen both your legs. Pull them back. To the right. Center. Lengthen. Bend one more to the left. Center. Lengthen. Bend and slowly, slowly relax all the way down. Lengthen both your arms out, left and right, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Allow both your knees to go over towards the right hand side as your eye line goes to the left. Exhale, pull those legs through center. Allow both the knees to go over to the left hand side as the eye line goes to the right. Exhale, pull all the way back to center. Slide down your mat slightly. Make sure you've loads of space behind you here for this next exercise. Your arms are going to be down by your sides, shoulders nice and heavy, collarbones are wide. So this exercise looks a little bit more intimidating than it is, okay? So take it at your pace. Allow the shoulders to relax down. From here, lift the right leg into tabletop. Exhale, lift the left leg up also. Now just to begin, okay, for this first exercise, I just want you to push into the backs of the arms. As you exhale, lift your knees up. Slowly, then slowly, slowly drop all the way down. Drop your bum back down and onto the floor. Let's do that again. Exhale, lifting up. Slowly, then slowly dropping all the way down. Now maybe, perhaps that's where you're at today and that's perfect. If we're feeling up to the next one, you're going to go with me. My legs are going to be in tabletop position, 90 degrees from the hip, 90 degrees from the knee. When you are ready, lengthen those legs forwards. Now, inhale, bring your legs to 90. From here, exhale, push through the backs of the arms, lifting up, sending those legs up and overhead. Okay. Separate your legs to shoulder width apart. flex your feet, and can you slowly drop the feet maybe to the floor. Don't worry if they don't go there today. Now slowly dropping all the way down. Control all the way back as your legs go over to that 45-degree angle again. We inhale, bring your legs to 90. Exhale, lifting your bum up and overhead so that they're parallel to the floor. Separate your legs, flex your feet, drop them down, and feel as though you're reaching your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Slowly, then slowly dropping all the way down. Control. Grab onto the back of your right thigh then, and allow that left heel to drop to the floor. Exhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. You're up and in flexion. Walk up that leg slightly. Drop the shoulders away from those ears. You're going to pull that leg towards you for 1, 2, and swap. 1, 2, and swap. And swap. And swap. 2 more. And swap. 1 more. And swap. Hold onto your right leg, dropping the shoulders away from those ears. Bring the arms all the way around. Find the back of the head. When you're ready, twist the left elbow over towards the right knee. Pull that leg towards you. 1, 2, and swap. And swap. And swap. 1 more. And swap. Slowly bring those legs back into center. Connect your knees, connect your feet. From here, bring your heels together, your toes apart, so you're in a V position with your feet. Can you lengthen your legs forwards and then pull them back? Lengthen your legs forwards. Draw them back. 1 more. Lengthen forwards. Pull them back. Now bring those feet back together and lengthen the legs forward. Hold. Drop your legs down 2 centimeters. Exhale, lift them up. Drop them down. Exhale, lift. 1 more. Drop them down. Exhale, lift. Bend into both your knees. Well done. You made it. And relax all the way back down. Gorgeous. Okay. From here, rolling over, we're going to turn the whole way around, and we're going to come onto our all fours position when you are ready. Okay, so into your all fours. My wrists are ever so slightly in front of my shoulders. My knees are under hips. I'm going to just stretch our spine out after those last couple of exercises. So I want you to curl your toes underneath. Feel as though you're pulling the mat apart with both your hands. When you're ready, on your exhale, start to curl that pubic bone towards your nose as you send your belly button up towards the ceiling. Slowly drop your belly button down, lift your eye line up, your collarbones are wide, and feel as though you're pulling the mat apart. From here, exhale, curling the pubic bone towards your nose, sending your belly button up towards the ceiling. Slowly dropping your belly button down, lifting your eye line up, and can you send your bum back towards your heels here, giving you this stretch into the soles of the feet. Now round through the spine, curling, come all the way back. Drop the belly button down, lift the eye line up, send your bum back towards your heels, giving you that stretch into the soles of the feet. Come all the way back to center, hold. Now find your neutral spine, your sweet spot. Can you really pull the mat apart with both those hands? From here, lift your knees 2 centimeters off the mat, hover, hold. Puff that chest higher, your eye line is at the front of the mat, hover, hold. Try not to allow those abdominals just to collapse. Now exhale, send your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels to the floor. Coming all the way forward, slowly drop those knees down, hover, hold, puff the chest away. Exhale, send your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels down. Coming all the way forwards, drop those knees down, puffing the chest away. And then drop the knees down. Uncurl those toes, lengthen them away. From here, we're going to drop down and onto your forearms. Now feel as though you're pulling the mat apart, this time with your elbows, and my palms are open. They're facing each other. Make sure they're not holding onto each other because I want us to open up our shoulders. When you're ready, lengthen your left leg long behind you, then bend into the knee that the toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. Now what I don't want to see is the chest collapsing like this. Puff your chest away from the floor. From here, lift that leg up, drop it down. Lift it up. Now as you lift that leg up, make sure your chest isn't dropping. Keep working with that chest. Keep pulling those elbows apart. Going for 3, for 2, One more. Lift that leg up, hold. Tiny pulses here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lengthen your leg long. Pulses upwards. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Come up and onto the palms of your hands. Keep that leg long. Option to leave it down if you need to. Pull the mat apart with both your hands. Slowly bend into those elbows. Drop the chest down. Exhale, lift up. Keep your elbows tighter. Bend into the elbows. Exhale, lift. One more. Dropping down. Exhale, lift, and then drop that knee down. Push all the way back into a child's pose to give yourselves a moment. Let's do it all again. Coming down, then when you're ready, down onto those forearms. Pulling those elbows apart, puffing the chest away from the floor. When you're ready, lengthen your right leg long. Bend into the knee, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, puff that chest away. From here, drop that leg down, lift it up. Drop it down, lift it up. Again, lower. Lift, really puffing that chest away. Going for 3, 2, 1. Lift that leg up, tiny pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your leg long, puff that chest, pulses. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that leg. Slowly come up and onto the palms of your hands. Pulling that mat apart. Dropping that chest down. Exhale, lift. Again, dropping it down. Exhale, lift. One more, lowering it down. Exhale, lift, bend into both those knees and push all the way back. Well done. Take a breath. Just for a little bit of extension into the spine, come all the way down onto your tummies. Bring your hands to the side of the rib cage, pull those elbows back. So we'll also work our arms a little here. Now drop your nose down to just basically be touching the floor. Lift your belly button up from the floor, or drop your pubic bone down. When you're ready, inhale, lift your chest up. Now keep those elbows tight. Now guys, what I don't want to see is this with your head. Okay, we're lifting from our chest. Exhale, then lower back down. So your neck, your head neck is attached to the spine. So make sure it's not just the head lifting here. Exhale, lower, and just one final time here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Push into those hands, pushing all the way back. Send your bum back towards your heels. Okay, coming all the way back forwards, then when you're ready, drop down and onto those forearms a final time. Pulling the mat apart with both your hands again, puff the chest away from the floor. You're going to lengthen your left leg back. Now to make this exercise easier, guys, come up and onto the palms of your hands. It's just a little easier. Okay, then when you're ready, push into that foot, lengthen the right leg also. Now drop your bum lower, lift your chest higher, lift it higher. Okay, you can stay here. Feeling up to lengthen your right toes away. We're going to lift the leg up, drop it down for 3, 2, 1. Drop that leg down, hold, puff that chest higher, lengthen the toes. 3, 2, 1. Drop the toes down, drop the knees down, and perhaps leave your elbows where they are so you get this really intense stretch, a gorgeous stretch underneath the armpit. Slowly coming up and onto the palms of your hands, then when you're ready, from here, step the right leg back. Puff the chest away from the floor again, step the left leg back, step both those legs back. You're going to send your bum up towards the ceiling, drop the heels down. From here, lift your right leg up, bend into that knee, start to look all the way forwards, bring the weight into the hands as we bring our right knee towards our right hand, right foot towards the left. Uncurl those left toes, that left leg behind you, and then slowly, slowly drop down into a stretch where you feel comfortable to go. Inhale here. Exhale, relax all the way down. Taking a breath. Breathing into that area that's giving you just a little bit of stress and discomfort here. So almost visualize the air going into that area. One more exhale. slowly come all the way back up onto the palms of your hands. Curl your left toes underneath. Lift up that back leg. Send your right leg back. Drop your bum lower. Lift your chest higher. From here, send your bum up towards the ceiling. Lift your left leg up. Bend into the knee. Come all the way forwards, all the way forwards. Bring the left knee over towards the left hand. And slowly drop all the way down again to a place you are comfortable to go. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Slowly coming all the way back up with those hands, curling those right toes underneath, curling the left toes. Start to walk all the way back with your hands back towards your feet. Relaxing the head, neck and shoulders down, allow them to feel really, really nice and heavy. Allow yourselves just to sway the hands left and right here. Relax the back of the neck, almost feel like it's a bit of a bobblehead. Take an inhale. Exhale, lifting all the way up, peeling up bone by bone. Lengthen your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Bring them back behind you. Roll the shoulders back. And guys, you're finished. Well done. Thank you so much for coming.